Hello everybody, it's Connie with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me for a new simple stamping video. Guys, today's card is 5 minutes to fabulous. This card goes together so quickly. Such a bright and fun one. Now I did use 4 different colors of ink pads, but it really goes together awfully fast. And of course, what's not to love about these color combinations? Melon Mambo, Granny Apple Green, a little Daffodil Delight, and let the Night of Navy do its thing. Very pretty. Look, we got some stamping here on the inside as well. Are you ready to create a simple card? Let's go. Let me share with you what you need to create it. I have Night of Navy cardstock. Love working with the neutrals. This is cut 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2 inches. I have 2 pieces of Whisper White. This one's going to go on the inside, 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And this is our focal image on the front, and that is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. I've got a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then 15 inches of our Granny Apple Green texture weave ribbon. Guys, this is what kind of sets it up into a very special card. So one little extra there. Let's get to stamping. Are you ready? Aren't those just gorgeous colors? I love it. Night of Navy, Daffodil Delight, Melon Mambo, and Granny Apple Green. And the star of the show today is the Needle and Thread stamp set. This little image is so pretty because it really does look like it's been stitched, as do the leaves, kind of like embroidery. Very nice. We're going to use the sentiment, people like you make the world a better place. We're also going to add those little butterflies as well. So we're going to have a lot of pretty going on this card. I'm going to start with the 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 square and a Granny Apple Green ink pad. We're going to start with the leaves on this one pad, and I'm going to take the leaves, and do you notice it's all on one stamp? Our flower is going to sit right inside there. I've got my Stampin' Pierce mat underneath me because we are working with photopolymer, and when you work with photopolymer, it's just nice to have that cush that kind of pushes up against the stamp. I feel like it gives you a really nice image. Do you see the texture? I'm now going to bring in the inside of my card. And guys, I'm going to stamp this. I think you can see we're going to kind of go at an angle up here in the upper left corner. Now it's time to add the flower, and that's going to be in Melon Mambos. So I'll ink up my flower. You can see there's a bit of a curve right here, which tells me that's where a petal needs to go. Now, we also want to watch right here. It's not difficult, especially with photopolymer, but we do want to try to get as close as we can right in that spot. Are you ready? Here we go. Give that a press. Look at that. Nice. Okay, let's repeat that here for the inside of our card as well. And I do want to tell you, it doesn't matter what direction your flower is going, as long as we get that curve of the petals right inside there. We're good. Let's add our sentiments in Night of Navy. So for the inside of my card, I have Sending You Happiness and Love. Ink that up in our Night of Navy. And we'll add that right here. There we go. And now, My People Like You Make the World a Better Place. We'll add that right down here at the bottom of our front image. And now in Daffodil Delight, we're going to have some fun with this little cluster of butterflies. So on the inside, we'll add some there. We'll add some down at the bottom right and the upper left of our sentiment. Oh, so sweet. Don't you love how that Night of Navy just pops right off the paper? Love it. I'm going to add some snail here to the back of my front focal image. Add that to our Melon Mambo. Now we'll add that to the front of our card. And when you adhere it, we want to line it up on the 3 sides, the 2 sides and the top. There we go. This, of course, we're going to adhere to the inside of our card. All right, now my trick with the ribbon. Are you ready? I have got a 1/2 inch circle punch, and I'm going to just kind of nip out just a little spot. And what I'm going to do is I hold my punch there. I want to line it up with my focal image and with the bottom of the cardstock. So you're just eyeballing, but don't worry, you don't need to go out and measure things. It's all right. So we've got that end. We'll do it to the other side. So our notches are cut out. I can now come in with that ribbon. And I love working with this because it kind of holds the ribbon in place. I don't have to worry about it falling over. We're going to go right over left and under. Pull straight up and down. I kind of like to almost lock the ribbon in place. Then we're going to take the top one and go over and under. And when you pull to make a pretty square knot, only pull what's in your left hand. And when you do, you get that pretty little knot. Now we can trim down the tails. And that, my friends, is a very beautiful but simple card. Now, I do want to comment, if you do not have this 1/2 inch circle punch, you can just wrap the ribbon around the card. Not a problem. This is just a trick I like to use to hold my ribbon in place. But if you didn't have that, I think it still makes for a very beautiful card. What's not to love about creating a card in 5 minutes, right? Love it. And this is a layout I think you're going to be able to use over and over again. It's so simple. 3.5 by 3.5 inch whisper white or very vanilla square, and then get creative with your colors and your stamps. A really great card. I hope you'll give it a try. I gotta tell you though, I think the inside just looks so bright and cheery. The needle and thread stamp set is definitely a must-have. I'm so glad I made the investment in this one. Just don't know why it took me so long to put some ink to it, but I'm very glad I did today. I hope you're glad too. Hey, if you want more information about today's card, you can see the photos and pictures and the measurements, all that great stuff. Head over to simplysimplestamping.com. Just look for the March 30th, 2019 blog post. I'll have all the details there for you. And if you need to order any of the supplies I use to create the card, it's so easy. You just click a pic. It's going to take you right to my online store and you can order what you need. I would be so tickled to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So just click a pic and we'll get you taken care of. Hey guys, thanks so much for being here. I sure appreciate it. If you liked what you saw today, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. And if you haven't already hit that great big red subscribe button, click it. And that way YouTube will give you notifications whenever I'm back with a new video. Have a fabulous day, my friends. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.